Lesson 7. Overcoming obstacles. The primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they handle fear. Here are 5 of the reasons people fail to achieve financial success. 1. Fear. They fear losing money more than making it. 2. Cynicism. They are cynical and do not believe it is even possible to become wealthy. 3. Laziness. They are too lazy to change their habits. 4. Bad habits. Their behavior towards money is dictated by their habits. And 5. Arrogance. They're arrogant, ignorant, and ego-driven. Overcoming the fear of losing money. Rich and poor people have fear, but how they deal with fear is different. The rich are able to handle the fear of losing money, whereas the poor become paralyzed by it. Poor people often avoid the topic of fear or money altogether. The poor look at losses as permanent and irreversible. The rich look at losses along the journey as inevitable and only temporary. The key is to take inspiration from your failures along the way, knowing that they're a valuable lesson to learn from and are only temporary setbacks. Overcoming cynicism. Cynics criticize, winners analyze. Cynicism and doubts are what keep most people poor. When you don't even believe it is possible to become rich, and you have self-doubt, you let opportunities slip past you and you prefer to play it safe. Cynics will tell you all the reasons why something won't work, but have never actually tried it themselves. Rich people are always analyzing and thinking about how things can work. Poor people are always criticizing and thinking about why things won't work. Overcoming laziness. Too many people lazily accept the status quo and don't strive for something better. Rather than saying, "I can't afford it," try to change your mindset to, "How can I afford it?" This opens up the brain and forces it to think of solutions. "I can't afford it" immediately shuts down your ambition. A little greed, but not too much. Too much greed is a bad thing, but Kiyosaki tells us that a little bit of greed will help you overcome this laziness. Overcoming bad habits. To develop good financial habits, start by paying yourself first. The majority of people pay everyone else before paying themselves. It should be the other way around. Pay yourself first when you get paid, then everyone else. If you don't have enough to pay the government or creditors, this will force you to creatively think of ways to make more money to repay them. If you pay yourself last, you won't have this incentive. Overcoming arrogance. Many people use arrogance to hide their own ignorance. Robert found that people who didn't know what they were talking about would often bluff their way through a discussion with arrogance. Try not to be that person. When it comes to investing and wealth creation, always be open to other people's perspectives and never assume that you have all the answers.